Boom. I'm always over here going. I'm air guitaring the whole time whenever that's on. I love that. It's awesome. What's up? It's Wrestle Fandom Radio. No Joe, definitely no Joe. Quite possibly Drew might sneak in here at some point. We're not sure. We were gonna go. We weren't gonna go. Then here we are, actually going. So Joe will be back next week. And here's me and Todd. It hasn't been Todd and I since the studio days. It's been a long time.
I like your name. It kind of can go both ways because I get it, like Dick Burns, but like also like how I've been doing my names and shit. You like my name this week, Coffin?
I do. I hope Coffin watches it and it's just like, all right, all right.
I thought about when I was driving home the other day.
That's a good one.
I mean, he is our champion.
He is.
Why not like honor that with my stoner names, which this has been going for almost a year now.
I know.
With my names, and they've not repeated once.
I know. And then across two shows.
2 shows. Yeah. 2 shows even. And I
still that's even crazier to me. And like I'm looking at my thing and I'm going, I'm almost out. I gotta re-up these names. I only made a few, and I just started messing around with them too.
Yeah, no, it was weird. So I don't. What the fuck?
Oh no!
Hold on. What the hell happened? Ah, no.
There you go.
Back. Yeah, here I am.
There you go.
Stupid.
So
hold on. Let me see if I can fix this shit. Hold on. Damn it.
Something with a configuration.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me dick around with this real quick.
I don't know anything about computer stuff. This is a tablet. I know nothing.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Yes.
Is that all you have to say?
Yes.
Is that all you have to say, son?
Did you kill Todd?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh no. Joe's gonna be so sad.
No,
I mean, he's not gonna do anything about it to you, but he's gonna be sad.
No, Joe's fine, or not. Well, I mean, Joe is fine, but no, Todd's okay. But he's
for now.
Well, he left. I've been here a little bit. He didn't know I was here, and soon he's gonna be a stepdaddy now. So, oh,
look at that! I love it.
That's where
I love it. Yeah.
The
back where it belongs.
What's that?
This is back where it belongs.
Yeah,
longest reigning ever champion.
Oh, it's beautiful. I beat that little bastard up for it, took it away from him. He cried a little bit. It was awesome. You were there.
Yeah. I was there. He was really mad at me. He hit me with a hat.
I know. I so hard.
If you haven't seen it, I mean, listen, objectively, okay, listen, I got Kung Lao with a hat. Okay.
You did.
Objectively speaking, it was amazing.
Listen,
if you watch it, there's no way you can't not think it was amazing. And kudos to that good of a throw. I didn't know a hat could hurt, but I knocked the wind right out. I didn't know it was coming. All of a sudden,
listen, I was watching because I don't get a chance to see a lot of the other guys work. So I try to watch and see what's going on, and I like to rewatch what I've done because I like watching myself hurt people. And then it cut to that, and that hat came flying in, and I laughed so hard it made my day. I mean,
well, I'm glad that my pain made your day.
Your pain always makes me day. Come on, we've known each other long enough. You know I like hurting or watching you get hurt. Actually, both. You know how it is.
Yeah. Whether it's Saren Reign super kicking me in the face,
Listen,
Or
I tried to get that squashed for you. You just it just never happened for whatever reason.
I don't know why he likes kicking me, man.
You got a very kickable face.
I know, but that doesn't. To my point, when Chip Stetson was trying to mediate it, to my point, whether I have a kickable face or not, it doesn't mean you kick it.
Saren begs to differ.
That's bullshit. You kick you in the face.
Todd is okay. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
he's fine. He's going to be a stepdad in a couple months. But you know, Saren did kick you in that mediation, but luckily for you, Red was there to help you up.
he was in all his
In his
underwear glory.
You're lucky he was wearing the underwear.
I am lucky he was wearing the underwear. That's
Yeah,
usually he's not. Just so everybody knows, usually Red is not even wearing the underwear.
No.
Every time between any ICW or UWE stuff you've been watching where you see Red with underwear on, you're getting lucky because he's wearing the underwear.
Pretty much.
Garrett has all the videos of him not wearing the underwear.
I do have those. I do have those.
Yeah.
I save those for rainy days.
He his reasoning is, well, it's a locker room, and it's like, you know what? That's a fair point, bud.
It's a fair. You can't argue it. What are you gonna do?
I mean, I like chaos as much as the next guy, but I usually have to stop him before intermission. Hey, put something on before you go meet people because you know you probably shouldn't walk around, you know, the fans with you know, the old Frankenbean swinging. But he does what he does, and he's good at it, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I've known the guy for 20 freaking years, longer even, and it's just. I like to say nothing he does surprises me anymore, but even when I am surprised by it, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. It just makes sense, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So how you been, bud?
I'm doing all right. I'm so happy to see you. I'm glad you're here. You like my Die Hard countdown advent calendar thing here?
I do like it, and I got to be honest, I have one too.
That's awesome. First off, everybody should have one.
I agree.
They are $9.
Yeah.
On Amazon. There is zero reason everyone shouldn't have one.
And it's Die Hard.
It's Die Hard. It's the best.
I mean, yeah, and it's one of the best Christmas movies ever made, along with First Blood.
It is.
I mean, you can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
But
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon. I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody wants to say it's not a Christmas movie. If it happens around Christmas and there's goodness and there's joy and there's a great resolution, it's a freaking Christmas movie. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
So what would Ghostbusters do?
So
Ghostbusters 2 is a Christmas movie as well.
Well, wouldn't it be more of a
how are things going with you? You walking around with 6 extra pounds on your shoulder. How's it going?
Pretty good. I mean, I did pick up a second job not that long ago, but I lost it. They terminated me and got a restraining order. I guess you're not supposed to use reverse psychology when you're working at the suicide prevention hotline. But I thought I was helping, and apparently,
Hey, you live and you learn, right?
Well, they don't.
Right. Yeah.
No, everything's good. Your belt's been around the state now quite a few times.
Good.
Showing it off, doing this, doing that. Made a few connections with some people that I used to know, and doing runs to Binghamton and Elmira, Palmyra, Albany, and she comes with me. Walmart, Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah.
Strip club out in Frankfurt. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you show
CJ's?
Yeah, VJs, man.
Really?
Hey, it's not VDs, that's fine. But if you show up there with a belt, you tend to get things for free, not just crabs. So, it's been working out pretty good.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Been whooping a little bit of ass here and there when it comes to the UWE stuff. Kind of dealing with some knee problems, so I've kind of stepped back from other promotions for the most part. Always on the lookout for a good opportunity, but I'm having fun in UWE for the most part.
Yeah.
There's one guy down there doesn't like me too much, but I don't like him very much either, and it's fine. But eventually, I'm gonna take care of that situation too.
I'm sure it'll get handled.
What's that?
I'm sure it'll get handled.
Oh, it's gonna get handled, and it's you might know him, Ronnie Ribs.
I do, of course. I'm working in the back, so I got to deal with all the management type people that are.
Well, he thinks he's king shit or whatever, but wants to talk smack and do this and do that and be a shiny little bastard, but it'll catch up to him eventually. And when it does, I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Speaking of UWE, make sure you are watching all the episodes. Make sure you're current. You're going to want to know what's going on. We're looking for a new spot. We're supposed to be looking at some new places soon. So we will be hopefully recording new stuff as soon as possible.
I know a warehouse out in Palmyra, which is about 20 miles outside of Rochester, that wants to have a show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The owner of it said, hey, how much to get a ring set up here and have you guys come out and wrestle? I don't know. We could probably figure something out, though. Don't worry. He's a good guy, solid guy. Won't screw you over, I promise. I know him. It's fine.
I was wondering. I was like, where? I knew the name Palmyra, but
yeah, not
Elmira. I've been driving out that way more and more lately, going to different games, going to the the Nickel City Cons that they've been doing out there. Run into a lot of the the Buffalo wrestlers there. It's a good place to go.
You know any Buffalo wrestlers?
I know a couple of Buffalo wrestlers.
Name 3.
No.
Name some Albany wrestlers.
Sure.
Put your phone down.
I don't know where anybody actually lives. Is the thing.
Aren't you supposed to be knowing this information if you're working in the back doing interviews and stuff?
I should, but when you run into people at multiple promotions or you see them at multiple promotions, you're like, I don't know where you're technically based out of.
That's fair, I suppose.
Isn't like Nova out that way?
Yeah.
And Richie?
Yeah.
And
Chris Jackson.
Yeah. How do I know this? Huh? Poor Garrett.
I think they're all that way.
No, they are.
They are.
I know where those guys live, and
I know Blaze lives out that way, but you always see him more this way.
Well, we don't talk about Blaze.
Trevor Terry lives,
He's
out. He's is he a Rochester guy? Or is he a Buffalo guy?
Oh, I thought you knew these people.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure. Like everyone goes everywhere so much.
Yeah,
I lose track of who goes where.
Some of these guys, I don't care where they're from. Hey, where's Sarah and Rain from?
One of those weird podunk towns that no one's ever heard of, that gives you no hope. Which is probably why
you can't
tries to be the hope dealer, because he lives in a town that no one's ever heard of and sucks, and
he wonders why he gets super kicked.
Oh, on top of having a kickable face, he talks like that.
You know what it is? What it is.
We should really, really get that match signed, you and him, and get it done.
I don't know why it's taking so long.
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Why? Because he's scared of you?
No promoter would sign it.
Craig would sign that.
He doesn't want to wrestle me.
Oh, it wouldn't be a wrestling match though. It'd be
it'd
just be an ass whooping with you coming out on top, right?
It better be.
I told you, I'd watch your back. I got you.
My entire foot is the size of his whole chest.
I thought you were going to go a different way with that. Different body part. Okay.
No. So one solid boot, and he's going right out of the ring.
Well, okay. So then why would you not want to do that?
Yeah.
I didn't say I wouldn't want to do it. I just said the likelihood of it happening is, I think, very, very small.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what. I got a match set up before that you didn't show up for whatever reason. I'll see if I can do that for you again. I'll talk to Craig.
What match was that?
Remember you had a certain Mike King come into the studio, and me and Todd set that up, and Joe was there, and he said, "Oh yeah, we can set that up. We'll do it this next show. We'll put it on the pre-show. It'll be fun." And then you just weren't there.
Yep.
You
I
showed up.
was at the show. It never
you showed up
happened.
you showed up at the second match when it was too late to do anything.
I was there. I was there.
I remember you did come late.
I was there
Well, better than not
the whole
coming at
time.
all. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Can you prove this?
I have no idea.
Yeah. See?
I have no idea. All those shows blend together. I couldn't even tell you.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I could tell you what happened, where, and when, and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it gets wild.
I
In the
know.
back.
I'm there.
You
I'm
know.
usually the one causing most of the chaos.
Yeah, I'm trying to, move Red and with out of the way of the camera because he's always trying to stand in front of it with just underwear on or no underwear, so I can get and do my job. It's ridiculous,
Well, hang on now. To be fair,
which
your
is
job-
why everything seems the same.
your job is to interview wrestlers.
Yes,
Okay. Have you ever thought about giving Red an interview?
I've tried to do an interview with Red, but he just points like the camera down like at like his junk, and that's like, what are we supposed to do? Just film that?
Yes.
That's how he wants to do it, man.
Wrestling is an art form, and that's his brush to
All right,
use it like
fine.
canvas.
Fine. The next time, that's what we'll go with. However he wants to shoot it.
Well, that's going to be how he wants to shoot it. And if you're not careful, you're going to get shot by him, and it's not going to be painful.
I
but-
can't even. I don't even want to. I'm not. I don't even want to know where that goes.
Well, hopefully not your eye.
Yeah.
It's good thing you wear glasses.
All over the balls.
Yeah, he's a strange man. But friggin' UWE's been fun. I think we've been having good guys come in, good crew. You need to start, talking to more of them a little bit better too. Not better, but more frequently, I think. My personal opinion. How many interviews have you done with, like, I don't know. I mean, you don't even interview Craig.
Huh?
You don't even interview Craig.
I've tried to. Well, we want to do more stuff actually sitting there together, less online stuff is the big thing.
All right, so do it.
And once everything starts back up, I'm going to be shooting like a secondary type of show there at shows and doing like a post-show thing. There's nothing, we had Craig in the studio all the time, but we haven't had
3 or 4 times,
anything, necessarily new to do, like, technically right now. So once UWE has a new space, he'll be on. I'll make sure he's on. I'll be doing a whole nother interview type show. But
well,
a lot of times I try to interview, and Todd can attest to this. I try to do a lot of interviews with a lot of people, and I set up a time, I set up everything, I send everything, and then crickets for multiple different reasons.
Well, is this at shows?
No, even here, even trying to do it online like this, and a lot of times it doesn't happen, and I'm sitting here ready to go. We set up a time, we're sitting here, and it doesn't come through, and it's just wicked discouraging, which is why it's come back to just us talking about wrestling here, because trying to do online interviews has just been a pain sometimes.
Well, professional wrestlers are a very touchy, sensitive bunch. They're very prima donna-ish, as you know. Not all of them. There
Not
are
all
some.
of them, but
And sometimes you just got to be forceful with them, So, like, if we're at a show and I'm there and you want to get an interview, I'll
and
get you an
the
interview.
interviews, doing the stuff that we do there, that's different. That's fine. I usually get what I want
Really?
out of those.
I don't know, man. How did
But
the interview with let's see, Carlito go?
I didn't even try one with Carlito. He was a little.
Why not?
He was a little dismissive. I'm gonna be honest. He was nice. Nice.
Very receptive. Let me touch his hair and everything. In fact, he insisted. He picked my hand up and ran my fingers through his hair. It was very weird. I'm just saying.
Not through the beard.
He tried to touch my beard, but that's not for him. Yeah. How'd your interview with like Teddy Long? Oh, wait. You weren't there for that one.
Yeah, I was.
Not the good one with Enzo.
No, I wasn't there for that show. No, I was out of state for that show.
I don't think
I was in Maine.
I was gonna say you were almost in Canada for that one, weren't you?
Yeah, I was in Maine.
You would have liked that one because people say what they will about Enzo. Nice guy, hell of a dude. We'll sit and talk to anybody. He'll sit and talk to anybody, whether you want to talk to him or not.
Yeah.
I saw plenty of children get yelled at by him trying to have conversations, and they don't even know who he is, and he just followed them. And their mothers were, well, concerned to say the least, because he didn't put a shirt on the whole time, and it was just ridiculous. There are ways we can go about things, Hey, maybe I'll UWE and stuff and other places. I'll start taking a more active role backstage with you guys. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we could. What you and I should do is you and I should be doing a secondary Wrestle Fandom show where we're getting the interviews from everybody, where we're making wrestlers come on here and spill their guts and talk about stuff.
I can do that. I could listen. We can do that, but I want the first one we do to be Bobby Bates.
We can do that.
I mean, me and Bobby have a bit of a history. Slightly. Little bit.
Just a little?
A little
You
bit.
sure about that?
Nothing that serious. I mean, we had a disagreement once. You cried a little bit. It's fine.
Hey. That was because after the camera stopped rolling, there was pepper spray, okay? I'm sorry I cried because someone got pepper sprayed.
Yeah, you pepper sprayed yourself, though.
I forgot which way the nozzle was. Stop yelling at me, Coffin.
I'm not yelling at you. You know when I'm yelling at you.
All right, sorry.
But you also know that if I stop yelling, then that's when you really need to worry.
Yeah, no, I'm not usually. Yeah, I get a little.
Because you understand, we might be online right now, but just because, I found out where Todd lives. You think I don't know where you live already?
You don't know where I live?
Yeah, I know where you live.
I know where you live too.
Todd's been here.
Yeah, and soon I'll be there. Not tonight though. I got other things to do after this. This isn't even my whole night.
Yeah, you're close to Todd, aren't you?
Close enough. I could touch him right now.
No, I mean, I'm at your house to his house.
Yeah, he a few miles away from him.
Nice.
Our towns, not miles, a few towns over. It's only like 15 minutes.
Oh, no, that's not bad.
No, and Red's about in that same general area. He's only about 15 minutes away. There's a few of the guys around here. We just kind of keep it quiet. Bobby Bates actually used to legitimately live like around the corner from him, and I don't think either one of them know that.
From Todd or from?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. For a while, he was living like down on, just down around the corner.
Oh, shit.
He was like 2 minutes away from you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does he go by Robert now?
He will always be Bobby. I will never call
He got
him
a little
Robert.
grabby with me when I called him Bobby last time. I'm sure you saw on the interview.
Yeah. Well, he gets grabby with everybody. That's why he's not allowed around schools anymore.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I spread that. It comes from a reliable source.
Yeah.
All right, want to break kayfabe for a second here?
Sure.
All right, so we were at a show in Cobleskill. You were there. I forget exactly which one it was, but
It was the Cobleskill one. It was the only one Todd and I went to down there then, right?
There was a couple down there.
Yeah, but it was I only went to one down there.
Oh, it might
It
not
was
have been the one you.
It was an October show. It was friggin' cold because it was like windy. I think it was the October
Yeah,
show.
no, it was that one because Bobby got hurt at the first one.
Yep.
And then he was back at the second one, and I had returned, and I had those other guys with me there, and it was during intermission. I had to go use the bathroom, and they only had the one bathroom there, right? So I sneak out the back. I go up front. I managed to get in and out, no problem. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. But one fan saw me, and he's somebody I also kind of know outside of, the business. I'm not going to not say hi to him. He had a hot daughter. Anyways, who was legal age. I know her too. It's fine. But anyways, so Bobby sees me and he starts yelling and hooting and hollering and raving about why are you picking on these kids? That's not cool. You can't do this, can't do that. And he's such a sad, desperate little guy. I let him yell. People were watching, like 50 or 60 people. They thought, okay, hey, the good guy's yelling at the bad guy, ooh, whatever, which I don't know why they thought I was the bad guy. Bobby's the one. Anyways, and so I let him say his piece. He was injured. He couldn't do anything. He was just sitting around like a useless bag of dicks as always. And I'm like, I'll let the guy have it. Good for him. I'll let him have this one. But then he made a mistake of starting to walk away and saying, leave the kids alone. All right. So I yelled, no, Bobby, you leave the kids alone. That's why you're not allowed in your schools anymore. With like 50, 60, 70 people watching. And they all heard that. Bobby didn't hear me yell that though. So then a bunch of them were like, is that true? I'm like, yeah, it's absolutely true.
Jesus, man.
Why do you think he doesn't sign autographs? He's not allowed near the kids. We got to keep him on this side of the guardrail away from the kids. It's a whole legal thing. Is it true? I don't know. Maybe. You ever see him sign autographs? I might be making assumptions here, but there's nothing saying I'm wrong about it.
Dude.
It is what it is. Don't leave me an opening and then walk away because I'm going to slide right into that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I did that to him.
Oh, man. That is wild.
I don't know if he knows about that or not.
Well,
if he watches this, he's gonna know.
He does know. So
why does he watch regularly?
He better.
I'm sure he doesn't. I don't even know if he has internet. I don't think he knows what internet is anymore. Really,
he better. You would think so. You would think somebody that snatched up one of the WrestleFandom belts might want to actually watch the
He's special needs. We know this. I'm partially to blame for that, but it is what it is. But I got no ill will against the guy. I'd love to have a nice civilized conversation with him again and just talk and shoot the shit. Like I've got no problems with the guy. He's got problems with me at times, which is fine. Lots of people have problems with me. That's okay. I don't get mad at that. But so if you want to do that, start up a second one and just start doing interviews. I mean, we can get a bunch of the guys who don't normally get, the time that they should be getting here and there and talk to them.
Let's give them all the time, man.
Yeah. I mean, I can get, I'm sure I can get Jeff Nova, Chris Jackson,
Richie. I got to get I want to get, Richie. I want to get Nova. I got to get Chris Jackson on here, man.
Chris Jackson is one of the unsung heroes going around here right now.
That's why I want him on. Like if you want to get Bobby on first, we can do that. But after that, it's gonna be Chris Jackson, man.
Well, see, I figure Bobby's like the drug. You give them, the crazy shit right up front. They get hooked and they start showing up for more and more. But they're going to get more and more quality. Like Chris Jackson would be a quality interview that everybody wanted to see. Jeff Nova, smart kid. Everybody would be interested in what he has to say. Richie, same thing. I mean, there's a lot of guys I'm sure we could probably get and have really good conversations, which is talking about the business, maybe some of the things we've seen, what they want to do.
Yeah, we got to get Trevor Terry on.
Oh, Trevor would be great. I love Trevor Terry. He's a great guy,
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to get the airtime he deserves a lot of time either, And he's got.
Yeah, no, he definitely should. He's a killer in the ring. Absolutely. Yeah, and then like I said, obviously when we know that when we get stuff nailed down with UWE, obviously when we make the announcements, who better to have on than Craig? You know, we'll absolutely do that. So,
well, I don't know. It'd be nice to have a little bit of an update from him, maybe a quick video or whatever.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, we're you know, he's got a team. We're helping him scout. You know, so we're things are moving. Trying to nail down the perfect place is not easy. You know,
No.
trying to, you know,
I've
you
actually
can find a
lived in
temporary
myself.
spot, sure, but you know, trying to find a new home is totally
Yeah.
different. Excuse me one second.
I've been looking around myself trying to help out, but it's difficult with just the way people are around here. You know, they don't want to be reasonable about who they let into their spaces, what it's used for, price. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, I know a couple places where if you wanted to tape, you could probably tape,
Right.
but then we'd have to find a ring crew, and a lot of guys don't like running ring crew anymore, and sometimes it'd be more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know. All right, go ahead. Ask me anything else. What we got? Any burning questions over the years that you've wanted to know, but if
is there anything you want to tell us? Because it's been a while since you've been on.
I mean, let's see. I've been keeping up with the tapings, with the shows. I beat up children. I beat up.
It's not your fault that they're the people who wanted to wrestle you.
Hey,
So,
listen. That's another thing. I don't book these matches. I just show up for them. But I'm the bully.
You got to do what you got to do.
I'm not laying down for anybody. Last episode to go up, I had 2 matches. The second guy didn't know he was in a match, but shouldn't have gotten in the ring when there was a ref.
How is that your fault? I don't see.
That's not my fault. I walked away with another victory. That's all it is.
Exactly.
If you want to go back to where I won the title off of Z-Wood, you get a good picture. I got some help from a very unlikely source in winning that. Red out back in his underwear.
Right. Exactly. See,
right along Route.
We're lucky.
46.
We're lucky he had the underwear on.
I have from a source that he didn't at first.
Right.
But the cars driving by honking made him think twice about it, especially with the Sunday school releasing at that time too.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing he changed his mind. And
yeah, it probably is. Yeah.
But so Garrett, what's the craziest thing you've seen in this business?
You mean other than red in his underwear?
That's not crazy. That's just fucking Tuesday.
It's a regular Sunday at this point. The craziest thing I've seen. Todd will get this. It's not crazy. It's just oddly the perfect time. Floor gum.
Ah, yes, the floor gum.
Explain.
Floor gum. It's just the simplest thing. Not exactly crazy, but somebody just had left a pack of gum. We were in Rome at Kennedy, and somebody had left a pack of gum, and a huge pack, and people were just grabbing gum out of it. And Dango walked by it and like looked at it like he was gonna like grab some, and then it fell down. So then he walks back over, picks it up, puts the pack back, and takes a piece of gum. And he walks over in front of the I'm standing there ready to do an interview. And he walks into frame and goes, "From WrestleMania to floor gum." And me and Todd lost it. Like, and he's just standing there like, Please tell me you were recording when he did that. No, Todd was not recording.
He's blaming
you.
You.
No, I literally was.
See, you can't even blame me. That one was Todd. It was tough.
I'm like ready and about to hit record is when he was like walking through. So it wasn't even like I was like, okay, you're all set, let's go. Like I'm like, and he walks through and says it as like I'm about to fucking like.
Oh, see, now that would have been something that the internet would have loved.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He's a solid guy.
And a lot of he's great. And just like a lot of little stuff like that, you know, because it comes down to like weird personal stuff of like one of the first times we set up Gorilla, and I'm just standing there, and all of a sudden I look, and the only other person watching the TV with me is Vicky Guerrero.
She's a sweetheart.
You know, it's just weird stuff like that. And then that was also the first time I met Dango. So I'm standing there like 10 minutes later, I turn and he's standing next to me. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? He's like, oh, I'm Garrett. He's like, hey, Kurt, nice to meet you. You know, and I'm just like, and then the next show he's at, like he goes to walk. And I was like, Kurt. And he turns back and Todd's like, you just called Fandango Kurt. I go, that's his name.
Yeah.
They totally call him.
If they introduce you with that name, you're allowed to call him that.
So,
Did you meet Sandman?
yeah, I gave Sandman a ride.
That's right. Yeah.
To his hotel room that night. Yeah, he called me fuckface that night too. It was great.
Yeah,
Like he was like between while you and him were talking, I had to run a lot of stuff between King to you and to him and handle a lot of stuff. And so by the time I come back over there for like the 10th time, he goes, "What do you want, fuckface?" And I handed him the lid, which a lot of people might not know is all of my gear that I bring is in this big crate with a gray lid, and I have wrestlers and workers sign it. So I handed it to him. He takes it. He goes, "What do you want, fuckface?" And I handed it. He goes, "Oh, okay." And he smiled. He goes, "Here you go, buddy." You know.
Was he still drunk at that time?
He was starting to get there.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That was fun.
How
did
you know, just it's cool, like giving wrestlers rides places. To me personally, it comes down to different personal stuff. Like, you know, like it's wild. Like one day I went to that we were in that same spot when we were at ICW, the fitness mill, and I set everything up. I did a bunch of interviews, and I left for about an hour, and I came back because I had a like a family engagement not too far away. I had to go make an appearance at, and I get back, and Todd is watching the AEW pay-per-view that was on with what's her name?
Rae.
With Summer Rae
On her phone.
Like they're sitting there like this, you know, like just watching it, you know. And I'm like, and she went to go do something. I was like, isn't life wild, bro? It's like
It's pretty awesome.
You know, it's just like what's his name? Joe, one of Joe's best friends, Matt Samuels, Captain Sam. Right. He came with us to the first Teddy Long Ryback show, right?
Yeah.
And so there we talked to Teddy Long. We were talking to all these wrestlers, and we're shooting interviews, doing all this crazy stuff. And then Matt, who I also known for a while too, like he goes, "Garrett," yeah, he goes, "How did this happen?" I'm like, dude, I don't know. It was one thing, and then it became another thing, and another thing, and another, and it just kept growing and getting, you know, and it just, yeah, it's
just like
wild.
Todd's penis.
Yeah. Why? What's the craziest thing you've ever seen in wrestling? It depends on how you define crazy. Because are you saying crazy like, you know, I watched this wrestler go through a wall? Because I've seen that at UWE.
I've seen that actually.
You know, or like crazy is in like, I can't believe this happened. You know, like, You know,
So
like,
it was my first show in Immortal. This was down in Amsterdam at the Elks Club before it burned, and that was a great venue. It was awesome.
that was when I found out that burned, I was genuinely sad.
Yeah, because a bunch of us were like, "Why don't we ever go back there? That place was great.
Yeah.
It always sell out, hot crowd, everybody loved it, and then
He was like, "No, burn down."
it burned." I was like, "Oh, well, okay, that explains that." But it's my first show, and I only knew like three guys. Unless you take the Ataxia guys out of it, then I knew one,
Right.
which was Captain Bueno.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I miss that dude.
And I actually saw him try to pimp out another wrestler. The drunk couple comes in the back, say, "Hey, it's our friend's birthday," and she thinks that one over here, and I won't say who it was, you know, really, really hot, and we wonder if maybe we could do a thing where maybe they could hook up or whatever. And Wayne goes, "I think I can make that happen," and he spent a good 20 minutes trying to pimp this wrestler out. And that was my first night in the business. I'm like, if this is how it's gonna be, I'm
made for this.
This
If this is how it's gonna be, I am made for this.
That's right. Freaking then just going here and there, meeting this one, meeting that one. Like there's a time, well, Sandman.
Sandman.
You know,
It was
no.
wild.
I spent some time with him earlier. We talked about everything but wrestling. I thought we were cool, you know. It was a good time. And then, you know, I had to go do some work, and all of a sudden I'm getting caned by him. It's like, what the hell just happened? I thought we were buddies.
Nothing personal, bro.
No, it's not. But he got me good. It was awesome. I can't not say it wasn't a fun time. I had fun even up to that point, and then afterwards, I mean, it sucked, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And got caned by Just Incredible. That's another thing that's like, okay, that's, you know, never thought that growing up as a kid, watching him as some freaking Portuguese man of war.
Right.
I'd be getting caned by him.
Yeah.
Which you know. But I mean, you see all kinds of stuff. You see you know, some guys doing things they shouldn't with fans. You see fans doing things with other fans that they shouldn't be doing. And you know, I've never seen anybody, you know, take as much ketamine up the ass as some of these fans.
Right.
You know, you guys
Yeah.
are kidding too.
Mm.
Put the straw in.
No.
Nah.
No.
These fans are nuts, man. You should know.
I know.
You're the one blowing up the straw.
It's true.
Hey. When you go work a show, you do what is asked of you. I can't. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that.
Yeah.
You just screwed yourself on that. You realize?
It was recorded.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's evidence.
Live on air.
you are.
Yep.
And I'm not even talking about me. I'm gonna make sure everybody you come in contact with behind the scenes sees this.
I'm gonna reel that.
You're gonna be next time. I'm gonna ask you that question in about 4 months. It's gonna be a completely different answer than Florga.
I'm like, I don't know what Coffin is talking about. He twisted my words.
You know, I just gotta pull it up on video. Or you're gonna take this one down. Before you can, you gotta clip it. All right, Todd.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I can pull it immediately after we're done with the show. Actually.
beautiful. Actually, I got a Dango story that nobody else has, and I don't think anybody else will ever have. And we were in Rome, and this is like, I don't know, third, fourth, fifth time. So like we knew each other, and this was after the whole, you know, everything shut down, lockdown bullshit. Well, during that time, I had gotten into a car accident, right? And the seatbelt split my chest.
Yeah.
From the skin right to the bone, all the tissue underneath there just split. And actually, it's still open, like right here.
Right.
So he's walking by, and it's like, "Hey, Dango, how's it going?" He goes, "Good," and he smacks me on my chest, right? And his fingers go into the wound. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on earth who can say that they've had Dango's fingers actually in their chest.
This is probably true.
And that's a claim that I do bring up now and then to people.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. That's
talking to some chick at the bar. Hey, you like wrestling? Yeah, Dango. Yeah, he penetrated me.
He's been inside me.
Tried to Kali Ma my ass.
Oh yeah. Holy ma. And I don't know, man. Like that's one of my favorite stories. Like I had Dango's fingers in my chest because it's so freaking weird. Like
It's a weird, yeah. It's one of those weird things you get to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
And all the times watching Red walk around with you in his underwear or less, that was always fun
Yeah,
because you're still not used to it.
it's a lot. It's a lot of white skin.
Very
It's-
white.
He's
Very white.
alarmingly white.
Well, I mean, he's got that Irish Polish mix going on, and he's a ginger.
So do I, but I'm not that. I'm also Italian. So
See, you got that little bit of Mediterranean there to help you out. He's got none of that.
he's
He's only Italian by injection when I'm feeling generous.
he is when we've shot outside at night in the dark, you
He throws off the white scale.
yeah, it's like it's black everywhere, black, blah, 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 coughing. Yeah, you're coughing. Red, boom, just like you can't like don't let them stand outside at night under a floodlight. That's because we've done that too, and it's just like, bro.
Yeah, he lights up the whole area, man.
It's like
Which is nice.
It's like one of those mirrors where you're just like,
yeah. I mean, it's nice. Like, we've known each other a long time. We'll go fishing at night, right? All I need is a small flashlight, and I just point it at him, man. It lights up the whole area. Fish become disoriented in the water. They start biting. They think it's breakfast time. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. They don't know what's going on.
They don't know.
So now we're catching fish that are acting like a bunch of drunk midgets. It's amazing. I love it. But he did one time. We were doing some ataxia business, right? This was years and years ago, and we decided, all right, let's do a group photo, put it out there, Happy New Year, right? And he managed to slide his pants down, right? And I'm standing next to him, and it's just like, okay, that's what he does. Nobody noticed. I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. About 6 months later, after this photo had been up and spread around by people and reposted, and Happy New Year and this and that, sending it to their moms and girlfriends and whatever, and it's like, you guys never noticed that his pants are down?
It was like when I was trying to shoot the very first UWE commercial. I had Craig and I, standing in the middle of the ring and spinning, and he's walking around me, and there's all the wrestlers. And what's Red doing? Shirt up.
Yeah. See, and here's the thing: a lot of people wouldn't realize is like
I try to work, and he has to be naked.
I mean, that's how it is, and that's not even like that's not an act. That's not him putting on a show. That's just how he is. 24/7, 365, man. That's just how he is. Like, he's the only person I've ever seen successfully navigate crowd surfing too. Like, we were at Ozfest in 2005, right? And like, it was during Kill Switch Engage. He's like, all right, I'm going up. This motherfucker crowd surfed all the way to the front and made it, right? Before he left, he said, I'll be back either from above or through the pit. I said, all right, cool. And 3 songs later, something fucking falls next to me. It's him. He managed to direct himself back to me while being crowd surfed across successfully.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, and
I know how hard that is to do. That's incredible.
He did it successfully the first time he ever tried. And he was also a former singer for the Casualties, the punk band.
Oh, really?
Singer. Yeah. Nice. He doesn't claim it, but he doesn't think he's earned it, but it's true. He sang for the Casualties. Real sick punk band from down in the city, man. Those guys are great. Yeah, he sang for him. It was great. I mean, all right. So the lead singer had to leave because his girlfriend was having a baby, and they said, "Hey, anybody know the song? Get up on stage and sing." And Chris just happened, or Red just happened to, just jump up and do it. But technically, for that song, he was the lead singer for the Casualties.
Technically.
And technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
When it's true, it's true.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, another thing with him. He used to be in a band, right? And we went. I went out with him one time, and we had a show in Pittsburgh, right? And Pittsburgh's a different type of place. I love that city. I hate Philadelphia with a passion, but I love Pittsburgh, right? So it's 11 o'clock at night. He's playing in
I've
this
never
bar.
been to either.
What's that?
I've never been to either.
Philly, like, they got a lot of historical stuff that I want to see, but getting around that city sucks. It just absolutely sucks. Like, think of Ilion, how a lot of places, like, it was made for horse and buggy, and they just kind of left it that wide, but now it's 2-lane. That's Philadelphia, except there's buses and shit flying down there constantly. Horrible. Yeah. So, but Pittsburgh's nice. So we go doing the show. After the second song, the crowd was into it. And Chris is standing there. He's like, "Get naked? Okay." Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
Down to his underwear and socks in front of a big picture glass window on a busy street, playing his bass or his guitar, just having a good time. And this mailman walks by delivering mail at 11 o'clock at night. I guess they do that in the cities. And he's walking, he's going through his mail and just. So if you can make a mailman in Pittsburgh do that at that time of night in the bar district, you're doing something.
Imagine you're just like minding your business, doing your job. You're just like,
well, with him around, that happens a lot. I mean,
yeah.
Once you get used to it. But like, but then the show ends. Everybody's happy. Everything's cool. He doesn't get dressed. He's just
Why would
walking
he?
around. He's just walking around this busy street, loading up, talking to the cops in his underwear.
Yeah.
They didn't care. They didn't care. He wasn't stabbing anybody. He wasn't doing drugs. He wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
He was just a naked guy in the streets.
He was, you know what? He was probably hot. It's probably warm.
It was December.
Still. Have you ever been in a band? It gets hot up there.
Actually, technically, I sang for that band for a while. Yes.
Yeah. So it gets hot up there. You should know.
It's fun.
It's fun, but it gets hot up there.
Oh, like you've ever been in a band, like
I wasn't a band.
Prove it.
I have two albums.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they?
The band was called Fight for Rome. There's a lot. No, nobody has. There's a live. There's a live full length album and then a studio EP.
Oh.
I'll send you the link.
Okay. So what did you play?
I was vocals.
Oh yeah, skin flute. That's what I was thinking.
No, that's only Wrestle Fandom After Dark on Tuesdays.
Oh, that's what we're starting, right?
Yeah. We might have to call it Wrestle Fandom After Dark.
Well, I think that's a good idea, or just something fun, because it's going to get special. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
No, I love this business, man. I've seen a lot of crazy shit, though. Back to the question, a lot of unexpected things. The one thing I'm glad I haven't seen is too many people get hurt.
Right.
I can think of 3. 2 of them were pretty serious, but both guys made it back in pretty good time, Unless you count Bobby twice, then I've seen 4 people get hurt 4 times. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But GGP, I saw him was there when his collarbone broke. That was an Amsterdam.
Yeah, we broke his collarbone. He was
not happy.
He was so angry. That was the first time where I saw a wrestler get mad, and like what I do for work, right?
Yeah.
I handled people losing their minds for 18 years, you know.
Right.
And he was mad enough to where I was uncomfortable. Not just because, and like he was rightfully angry. You know,
Oh, he had every
it was
reason.
just like I'm standing there. I ended up somehow in between. I mean, there was like 6 of us, but like we're in between. We're him, and he's like saying, and I was like, oh, did something bad just happen? Because I didn't know what happened at first, and I was like, so it was it was uncomfortable, you know.
Luckily, there's not too many of instances like that either. There's been a couple times where somebody's gotten mad, they started fighting, started arguing, in the back or whatever for real, and it's like, all right, guys, calm down. Let's not do this here.
Right.
Let's be civil about it. But it happens. We're human. We get mad. We got to take it up.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong. He was 100% rightfully angry. It was just I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know he got hurt, and I was like, oh no, this is a situation. You know?
Yeah.
And I was still fairly fresh to doing shows then. This was
early.
the Elks that burned.
Yep, this was early in Immortal when that happened.
Yeah, that was at that Elks Club that burned down. That was
you had just started showing up for that.
Yeah,
Todd wasn't even around yet.
Yeah, that was, I think, maybe the first show that I had the background at.
Probably.
I think
that sounds about right.
Because there was no place to put it. Even I remember I put it on that stairwell, on that wall.
Yep.
And shot there.
Hey,
the things you got to make work. It worked. I got some really good pictures.
Yeah. Well, you generally do.
So, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I sent you both. I sent you the link for both albums.
All right, I'll check that out later. I'll shoot you a message. What I think.
Right at your phone. There's a couple of the live songs. I'm not happy with how they came out, like recorded, but they're decent songs. But yeah, it's a live recording. What are you gonna do?
Deal with it.
You deal.
As long as everybody was happy while you were there. What more could you ask?
Yeah.
But Bobby Bates getting hurt too. That was when he hurt his
first time or the leg.
His leg.
Yeah.
That was rough.
That seemed really bad.
That was a time where it's like me and him were cool with each other again. I mean, like I said, I've always been cool with Bobby. I've never really had much of a problem with Bobby, even when I was mad at him. I didn't hate the guy, but like when he got hurt, it was like people thought it was part of it until me and Red went out and got him. Then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Something's up here. And I'm walking by the EMTs and they got the stretcher. I'm like, he's not getting on that. We hauled him to the back and stuff.
Yeah, there's no way. He'd literally. I didn't even know if he was like 1% alive. I didn't even know if he would still technically get on a stretcher.
No, he'd
be like, here's a stretcher. He'd be like, fuck off. I'm not getting on that.
I went to the hospital with him that night too.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, without going into any kind of details, because this is for Bobby to say, but Bobby on fentanyl, like medically on fentanyl, fucking priceless. I wish I could have recorded just him being him on all hopped up. That poor son of a bitch. He was feeling good though.
I'm sure.
Was feeling fantastic. And now he's acting weird again, so I don't know. He's got to bug up his ass about something.
Yeah. Maybe you'll have to handle that in the ring with him.
I've done it before. I'll do it again. I've got no problems with that.
Yeah.
He's
maybe Garrett should handle it in the ring.
Maybe Garrett should handle it?
Yeah. I'm not getting in the ring. Listen.
Ooh,
there are plenty of people I will get in the ring with.
Garrett.
I'm not getting in the ring with
Bobby Bates, Red.
Ooh. Tag team.
No, just all three of them.
Oh. I was going to say we could put Red and Garrett in a tag team against Saren Rain and Bobby Bates.
Only if Red's in his underwear. And
Red-
makes Garrett wrestle the whole time.
For that, he'll probably pull out his special in-ring gear, which is just the G-string.
Just the banana hammock.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
He'll make it extra special for you. I mean,
But yeah, Coffin. Let's talk. Let's talk in the next couple days about trying to get some wrestlers on.
oh yeah, I'm always down for it. Like I said, I know a few we can get, and then once we get a couple out there and everybody sees how well it's going to be done, professional, and I'm sure it'll open up more opportunities. People will be more willing to talk, and we'll get some good guys on there. Not that the guys we're not going to at first are great, because Bobby would be great. Chris Jackson, people need to hear from him. People need to talk, understand him. And
That's what I'm saying. If you want to get Bates on first, we can do that. But after that, it's got to be Chris Jackson.
And then I would like Nova and
Absolutely.
Richie the Madman. Get them guys out there.
Yeah, get Richie on. Absolutely.
We can get Red,
We can.
but
He's at least got to have underwear on.
I can't make any guarantees. But I can see what I can do. Because
All right.
he doesn't even generally keep his clothes on in public. So
I know. I can't even imagine from home. So
listen. Just driving by his house sometimes, he's got the garage door open and he's just out there naked, completely naked, playing guitars. It's fantastic.
I mean, so he's wearing a guitar. Does he wear it like low, like
It's low enough.
Does he wear it like early 2000s low, or does he wear it Beatles high?
Depends on what he's playing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice and low covered, and sometimes you got his ball swinging down below it, and sometimes it's just all out there.
Yeah.
He's not just playing; he's hopping around too, and
yeah,
it's
a thing.
It's a wonder there's not police there more than there is.
At this point, they're like, "Listen, you just have to deal with it."
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, where he lives, it's not like he's got neighbors that are going to see him doing this. It's just people driving by the house, and they'd have to look and see it. It's not just gonna be like he's out there on the side of the road anymore. So, it works out.
Yeah.
But shit, we've been going an hour and 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Does Todd want to say anything?
I'm gonna hand it back over to Todd. I'm sure he's got a lot to say. And I don't know. Yeah, we'll talk in the next couple days. We'll figure it out. We'll get something one of these guys set up.
Yeah.
So, all right, brother. I will catch you later.
Yeah.
Good
to see you.
Good to see you, Garrett.
Oh, look, I got a belt now. That's yours. I don't want to die.
Yeah. You can get it. You can just get Papa Top right out of your chair.
Oh,
I got gloves downstairs. Hang on.
no, there's not enough room.
Oh, like I need room.
So much shit would get destroyed.
Not my shit.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Todd. Well, good show, buddy.
Yeah, man, it was pretty sweet. I mean, honestly, to me personally, Raw on Netflix really wasn't super impressive. It was just kind of meh.
Yeah, it was. It was just.
It was predictable.
It felt. I felt like they aired it in reverse. It should have gone the other way. I think it should have opened with Punk and Rollins, and then ended with the whole tribal chief fight. I don't know why they'd want to start it out with that, and then end it with a match that had a little bit of, like, I guess, real world hype, but not a whole lot of other hype. Like this last, like this has been going since the show after Mania, with the tribal chief stuff. So I don't know. Rhea getting the belt back, awesome, super awesome. Hulk Hogan getting booed to the back, awesome.
Yeah, Hogan.
Never been a Hogan fan. I was always, Just not a Hogan fan. I mean, the other matches were good. Everything was fine.
The Undertaker
Definitely. Because New Year's Evil was last night, that both of the champions lost their titles. We're going to see them in the Rumble, and we're going to see them on, because it's their time. Trick Williams and especially Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is going to be a good shot in the arm that the women's division has needed. That we usually tend to focus on. Especially you, me, and Drew seem to hit that point at different times to be like, what's going on? What's good? And I think they need, people like Roxanne Perez. She's not physically bigger, but she has good attitude and she's good in ring. So
and that Rock promo was, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if we're gonna see. I would like to see Ethan Page in the Rumble for sure.
Yeah, I just don't ever want to see The Rock do a promo like that again.
Right.
Did you watch that at the end?
Yeah, I saw a clip of it. I didn't watch the whole like.
From somebody like him who's always been pretty good, like on a microphone. It was the fucking like worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Because he had nothing planned. Like what he told Ava backstage, like he was legit, like being serious. He had nothing planned what he was going to say. And, ooh, yeah. So yeah, and it showed. He froze up like he was a fucking newbie. Like it was just, I don't know.
Which is crazy because it seems like what he says off the top of his head, which is how Ric Flair works. Oddly enough. He never plans what he's going to say. It's like, what do I have to say? All right, cool. Like, give me the outline. All right, cool. See you there. And then just goes out and just says a bunch of stuff. And it always ends up being Ric Flair. It always ends up being perfect. It always, it's.
But the best thing Ric Flair ever did was him and Jay Lethal in TNA.
The woo off is the greatest. It is the greatest promo of all time.
It really is.
I will die on that hill. The woo off is the greatest promo of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. But next week, if Drew and Joe want to dissect Raw on Netflix more, and especially after the second week to see how it goes off, we can. We're gonna start making big predictions for the Rumble and all that. Yeah. And then obviously maybe we're about to see a secondary interview Wrestle Fandom show. So
and of course we got us now Tuesdays, Todd and Joe Mondays, and I don't know what everybody else has been doing.
Yeah.
So
the movie show that I've been doing, I just wrapped the season, and actually Travis Goff, the chiropractor, we had him on Movie Madness a lot. Him and I might shoot some episodes just like that, but we might shoot them together and do a few episodes for a second season like that. So it could be cool.
Nice.
But I'm gonna shoot more stuff and bank all of it so I can release it on a schedule and just not even worry about like, oh, I gotta shoot this next one this week I'm gonna shoot it all and then bank it. And so yeah, that's right. I chose my words carefully. All right. I'll see you next week, buddy. Peace out.
End it.
I'm trying. I'm hitting the end.
He really is just bad at everything.
Boo! You suck! Why isn't it working?
Garrett, don't you know how
God, I don't know why this isn't working, man. There we go. Stop recording. Yes. Bye.
Oh, you might have fucked up on me.
Uh-oh.
It does it.
That's it.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I literally had to enlarge it on my screen and like
Oh,
depress it.
My screen's just black. So
Yeah.